Birds are getting freaked out by all sorts of bangs and whistles and clicks and things. But you've been a good bird. Hello. You have been a not so good bird. Not so good bird. Oh, give the cute noise now, why don't you? Hello. Cute noise now. Loki, you're allowed to cute noise and stuff. Max, you wouldn't even accept a pat from me on the camera. Listen, I have had a chat with your agent. You've got to pick your game up. That's a bit better. You see, when we have a look at the contract, the terms of the contract state very clearly that whenever on camera, you are to play the perfect subservient bird, thus making me look like a master bird trainer. We've been through this. And yet you continually flout the rules. Let's talk about our little breakout this morning, shall we? What was in your mind on this morning when you were breaking out? Were you thinking about me? Oh, I don't think so. I think you were thinking about anything but me. Let me think. You're probably thinking about maybe Loki and how brave you would be looking if you busted out of here. Come on, let's go and fly into the sunset. I bet you that's what you were thinking. That's what you were saying, isn't it? Yeah. No thoughts about us, leaving us, here in the cold, to be frozen. None of that, right? No. Just so selfish. Hello guys, it's Dr. Phil here. Welcome to another live stream. I'm just here talking to Max. Max doesn't care what I'm saying. He just wants to be scratched. And so that means that I can give him little pep talks all I like. Oh dear. If you've seen the shorts, you will know that he escaped this morning. That was hilarious. The escape attempt happened. Don't do that. The escape attempt happened through the water bowl and the exit there. I'll give you another scratch, but if you lunge at me when I finish for daring to stop scratching you, that's a red strike. Yes. So at any rate, yeah. We're going to do Opals in a second, but it was amusing watching him finish up with a bit of freedom. He also chewed straight through the salt. He chewed through my what did you chew through? You chewed through my, I don't know, it's for words are hopeless. Yeah, so at any rate, we've got a few things to do. One of the things that I need to do is just, let's see if I can find it. It's just over here. Look, that's not very edifying. Yes, Max has been a naughty boy. I thought, I've just done the vacuuming again because Max had been a naughty boy and scattered salt everywhere. And if I get around to it, I'll actually have to go and get my classifier out and reclassify all of the stuff from the vacuum cleaner, because there'll probably be Opal in there somewhere. There's usually something. Now, where did I put it? There's a spanner here for. Oh, there it is. This guy is absolutely cactus. Righty tighty, lefty not so tight. There we go. Yoink. There we are. Let's have a look at what it is. One thing I like about Cooper PD Opal over the Lightning Ridge stuff is it's really quite interesting from a sediment perspective. I'm just going to grab some of this sediment. I'll very carefully dig it out, actually. Now, don't get excited. This isn't going to turn into, precious opal anytime soon. But it's that beautiful white stuff, and it's tinged with a little bit of red or pink, just because of, well, there was red in there. Quite like that stuff. Yeah. So, this is the blade, and just so happens that over here, hopefully anyway, yay, over here, I have another blade. I'm just going to check to see if this is the correct width. If not, I'm going to get another one. But this is a very, very thin blade. I quite like them. I've fixed up my setup, and there's a... Is that the Opal, I think? It could be. Let me have a look. I don't think it is. Yes, it is. It's that... Or is it? It looks like the Opal. Sorry. Yeah, I think this is the Opal. Yep. So this is the one that we were doing yesterday. I've got some bad news about that Opal though. It is... Let's go zoom in on it. If it's the same one, you'll be able to see it pretty easy. Or maybe not. Don't worry about the shine yet, because we've still got plenty of shining to do. But what I'm more concerned about, I'm not sure you can see it. Let's move this over and see if that does it. Try and get it on an angle. No, you can't see it. But just have to believe me, there's actually some cracks just on the edge there. I think you can just see the cracks there. And there's a crack right on the top. So that's a bit disappointing, but never fear, we have another piece of the same material, so we might be able to give that a crack. Or not give it a crack, as the case may be. So, what I'll very quickly do, it's just one of these weird things, whenever you're trying to get something done, you know, relatively expeditiously, what a great word, expedite. When you're trying to get something done expeditiously, everything slows you down. I had a limited amount of time today, and so Max naturally escaped. But then there's all sorts of things that I needed to do today. I think what they say is, if you want the job done, give it to a busy man. I've never considered myself to be a busy man. I've considered myself to be a bit of a bludger. But it seems that that's changing. What do we make of this? I have no idea. So there is a screwdriver here somewhere. I just cleaned up this entire place. And that is a funny story in its own right. I'll just use a new one. Put that green thing down there, put the blade on there, and I will zoom out. There we go. And then I'll open this up and you will get a new blade holder. So this old blade holder, and I think that this is actually wider. Yeah, all right, that's good. You're not going to believe it. Okay, so this this shaft business, you get 2 of them in a pack, and I opened up the pack, and the thing went straight into my Opal water, straight in. Hang on for a second, I've just got to get it. I'm not going to start my day, because like every day is a good day, but I'm just trying to get this thing out of the freaking water. Ah, dear oh dearie me. You wouldn't read about it, because that would be quite a boring story. Got it. Yeah, that thing. Don't stay. I mean, stay. Don't. Oh, honestly. Right. So we've gotten to the point where maybe I can put this on. Oh, I forgot about this. This thing needs to be drilled out a little bit. I'll have to get another one. I can't be bothered wasting your time too much. Yeah, I forgot these things need to be drilled out. Gee. You know, 3 out of 3 for... I don't know. I think if you're Australian, there's a phrase, you'd forget your head if it wasn't screwed on. Okay, so I'm using this one instead. Alright, I'll just pop this here. What we might do is we might have a quick go at hunting for Opal. But we'll do it a different way. What I'll do is I'll turn the machine on. That'll give us extra light. And then, where have I put the spanner? There we go. Then, having done that, we will... I'm just grabbing the pliers so that I can get a bit of extra purchase on the thing. So we'll go from the light of the Opal station, which is not as good, but it'll be fun. We'll see if we can get some nice opals just using that technique. And that'll be, you know, a group activity. Yay! Let's all go get the opal! Yay! Come on, kids! Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go quickly grab a bit of opal. Ah, you can come with me. Why not? Let's go select our opal. Well, hello. We're going to be looking at some opal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of this. We'll get both trays, I think. Both trays. Kaboom. Yoink. This is ungraded opal. Take it over to here. Kaplonk. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to put the opal onto this here workstation, and we're going to try and pick the color out together. What I'll do is I'll zoom right in on a spot, and then I'll just start chucking the opal on and wetting it and see what happens. I think that'll be a fun activity for everyone. Wholesome family fun is what that is. All right, this goes into the grading. Not too bad. Sorry, I was just looking at something. But we'll see if we can work with what we actually find ourselves in this here very session. I'm also getting the other pieces of opal and just moving them out of the way and putting them into the ungraded area. So we are like 2 seconds from starting. I'm going to keep this. We'll put it up on the top of the thing because that's the spare piece of my opal that worked last night. Okay. Words, they tend to work when you use them properly. There we go. All right, so that's all that opal that's gone. It's going to go into the grading area, and then that goes back into my trays for later consumption. This is going to go into my tool area carefully, and I've dropped something. Where have I dropped it? There. Right. So, if you'll excuse the noise, zing. Now I'll zoom in. Okay, that's our spot. I'll just hose that spot down so that we've got a nice landing ground for our opal. Yes, it's a hand pump. There we go. And hose down, commencing. Right, now for this to work properly we need copious amounts of water to go with our opals. So I have the copious amounts of water right here, but I've also got more copious amounts of water right here. Turn on the copious amount of water machine. There we go. Good. And there we go. And I'm just looking at all the beautiful stuff going along. Oh, you didn't see any of that. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do, I've got a handful of opal here. You can see that. I'm going to wet it first. All right, let's see if I can be accurate. Got to just chuck it to the right spot, which is there, I think. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so what we're doing is we're just going to look for colour. And I'm going to be using the random approach. Basically, throw the opal, look for colour. And if you see colour, tell me. I don't know. Passion poses if you find them before I do. I don't know. Something. We'll work out some way to gamify this. We'll do this for, you know, not too long. Maybe 10 minutes maximum. And then we'll see what we can do. So, here we go, just wetting some more opal. Give it another chuck, see if we can find some. Now some of it will fall outside the field, though what I'll do, I think one of the rules is it needs to be all within the field for you to actually spot it. That's fair, isn't it? And also, let's just, that's better. Okay, so I think that I just found one when I was moving it, so it was this guy here. But he's not very good, so we'll keep that as a possible yes. We'll see what happens. So here comes some more opal. Ow. Okay. It's tougher than you think. I just hit the Dremel with my fingernail. Can you see any colour there? No. How about now? As it moves, that's good. Oh, hang on. See there? Colour. Ta-da! Live on stream. Nice piece of colour. Let's just cut it and see what it looks like. This is turning out to be a pretty cool idea. I'm back. Hello, Joel. Whoa. Before I cut it, I think I've forgotten to tighten the machine. That's a shame, because this was looking like being good. If this doesn't work out, we'll go back to, I've got plenty of spectacular ones which are going to work out well, so don't worry too much. But having said that, I reckon it was cool that we just found an opal just like that. Oh, righty tighty, I was going the wrong way. Oh, you don't know what I'm doing because it's not zoomed out to that level. Basically, I'm just putting my Dremel blade back on. And that. Okay, and then I need to tighten this. Right. Hopefully that'll work. If not, I've got means I can use. Right, okay. So I've got this guy. So let's just cut it. Let's move out. And let's see what we've got. I think what I'll do is I'll carve from this side, but not too spectacularly. Is that blade slipping? Probably. Okay, so there's some sand, and I like finding the sand. What I think we'll do is, well, if we find the colour, we'll just go yay and then move on. We won't shape it. We'll just go find some more colour, move on. Take this skin off here. What do we get? A tiny little sparkle. So nothing major, but it's fun. Found that together on live stream, which is kind of cool. I'll just get this bit and I'll cut that over. I'll cut that and shine it up and see what we get. Very thin piece. Let's have a look though. This is just for curiosity's sake, because it's not going to make a good gem. Nothing there. Okay, so interesting, but let's keep going. Got a handful of opal here. And just to clarify, I'm not making any rules up. Having said that, I've just found this. I'm pretty certain this is a piece of shell opal, so I'm putting that into my fossil collection. But other than that, we're gonna gamify it. We're just gonna have a little bit of fun. Alright, so whoop, that piece goes there, and that once again, that piece okay, see you around, Joel. Okay, so I'll show you what happened just then. That piece, once again, a nice stone. So let's just cut it and see what we get. I can remember when I was doing the YouTube a year or two ago when the minute shorts first came out. If anyone knows who Roy's Rocks is, nice bloke and all, but he did how to cut a cab in a minute. And I thought, that's not a bad idea. He was, of course, instructing on how to cut a cab in under a minute. But I took it more literally than that. Can you cut a cab in a minute? Found out that yes, you can. Don't expect anything great from it. What's going on there? Won't be a cab, it'll be a drop if I do anything. But there is some colour. I'm just trying to work out what's going on with it. Kind of nice, kind of interesting. You can see that there's just you can see that there's just a little suggestion of colour. It's nothing amazing, but it's there. So we'll just keep cutting it and see what we get. For those people who are coming online right now, what I'm literally doing is I'm getting random rough and I'm just chucking it down onto the floor there. And if someone sees a piece of colour, look down now if you can, like we'll just zoom in. If any of those pieces actually jumps out at you as colourful, I'm just going to move the light around as well. Just call out and say, oh, that bit on the left or something, I reckon that's got colour, and I'll just pick it up and we'll cut it and see what it looks like. Okay, that's the general idea of the game. So if you saw something, just tell me, try and figure out a way to identify what that stone is, and we'll have a crack. In the meantime, this is a stone. I mean, I have to keep things rolling along. I don't want to be the one who always identifies them, but you know, it's easier for me. Okay, so what have we got here? I'll just carve a few into it, because you never know. For me, I always think that the issue of stones, and probably if you've been on this channel for a while, you'll know. For me, I think the issue is always facing. You've probably always got a good stone somewhere. It's just that you haven't quite gotten the angles right. By the way, that does fly in the face, sick, of current wisdom as to how opals form. They reckon there's a specific sequence of spheres, blah, blah, blah. That's all well and good. I don't mind being controversial. It's got a crack in it. Oh yeah, a little bit of colour. Let's zoom in. Just the tiniest amount of colour at that corner. I'm not going to labour the point too hard because it's obviously not going to, you know, yield massive stuff, but it's, you know, fun. It's going at the front. So I've got some more opals here. Let's just give them a bit of a chuck, unless of course someone can see. What I'll do is I'll slightly move the position of the light because that helps. What have we got? I'm looking from my angle. Okay, so the one over here looks nice. What I'll do is I'll just move that around and see if it does anything. If we don't get anything soon, I'll just shift this one around and see, because I'm really interested as to what's behind that material there. But for the time being, let's just bunch these up back to where they go. And I'll throw a few more stones out and we'll see what happens. What's that? Okay, there was no hope of finding anything in that one because it's all covered up. So I might take As a matter of fact, these two, I will take this one, and we'll investigate it later, because I think that's worth doing. Got a few more little ones to just chuck up against the wall, and we'll see what happens. Let's just move the light around a bit. See if there's any kind of colour showing up. I'm going to move my angle. You watch from your end. I'll watch from mine. Can't see anything yet. Alright. A few more little ones, just... Other than the fact that that's clearly shell opal. But what I will do, just before we put it into the shell opal category, I will just take the skin off this one because I want to see if it's looking precious. Now you shouldn't really do this to fossils, but this one, just tempting. I'm giving it just the lightest of shaves, just to see what's underneath. Or have I ruined it for nothing? Light forward. Okay, what I think I'll do is I'll do one more handful, and if that doesn't yield anything, well, it's already yielded stuff, but just nothing substantial. What I'll do is I'll go back into the my box of tricks and get some really nice ones out. Just to give you an idea, I've got a really good one that I want to... I don't know if it's really good actually, but I've got a lot of hope for it, put it that way. I'll show it to you. Okay, so that one... Okay, so I removed all of the uniqueness from it for no good reason, from the looks of things. Nothing really there, it's just a piece of shell. Sorry, shellfish. I was being shellfish. Alright, so what I'll also do is I'll get some of the smaller material out because that's less picked through. So have a look at these. If it works, it'll make a nice ring stone. Ring of power. Alright. So what have we got here? Let's just pile them all together because I've got a few more here, a few more here, a few more here. And I might actually put this like from behind. Basically, if you angle the light from behind, it works better. Alright, so let's just move this all up. We've got to put them into odd angles. You've got to make sure that the opal is in what I call an unstable position. It's not what I call an unstable position. Everyone calls it an unstable position because, you know, physics and stuff. Alright, so what have we got here? What's that? You can't see it. I think that's just mud. I don't think it's colour. Let's have a look. That's another of these ones which is completely carved. Oh. Look at that. Okay. There's just a little bit of pink showing through there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, that's cool. Let's see if we can just pile it all up. If you see a flash, a sparkle, tell me because I don't know how well it's going to be found in the TV land or the internet land. Now I'm going to move this one around to see if we can actually get some sparkle to happen. I'm not too surprised at the fact that it's not, because like it's not all that picked through. By the way, there's a few more over there, and that one's a bit blue. I think that's a bit of an illusion, that one to the right there. So not worried about that one. There's that one to the left. Let's have a look at that one. No, I think that's illusion too. Oh, I love you too, darling. I'm talking to my daughter and I don't think anyone's told me they love me on the screen. Okay. That one. Just to amuse myself, let's do that one. also going to reduce the water flow here. Let's have a look at that one. Zoom in. Nothing. All right, let's spice it up with a special opal that I think is in here. It's not there. Maybe it's here. Is it this one? No, I don't think it's this one. I'll just check. It looks like this one, but it's not. I think. But come on, give us a nice view of it. No, it's not that one. Right. So let's put all these into here. So I just picked up a whole host of chopsticks recently, and let's have a look at the bottom here. What have we got? Is it this one? I don't think so. We'll have a look at that one anyway. Is it this one? I think it's this one. It is not this one. Is it this one? It is this one. It is this one. Excellent. All right. Found it. Whilst we're here, I might just grab this piece here, which is a cast off from a different time. This one, just so that you know, this opal here is, I cut this in a previous live stream. So I got it all polished up, and that's what it looked like in the end. There you go. So, okay, so I've got this one here too. I'll just give that one a bit of a zhoosh later on, but that's for later. This time around, let's go and look into this guy and see if there's anything, because it kind of looks exciting just on this side. Have a look here. Just a few little bits of interest, in my opinion. Just a few little bits of interest. So maybe we're going to get lucky with this guy. I certainly hope we will. And also dive into this, and we'll dive into these ones too, because I just want to find out what's in there. I'm not necessarily saying there is, but we're diving in and finding out. So, turn the water down, Phil. Just turning it down a little bit because I hate having a saturated sleeve. How's that? There we go. Not slow it off. There we go. That'll do. Right. Me, I am cutting an opal at the moment. We're also, from time to time, having a look at these ones. I actually move these to the corner so you can look at them. If you see one that you find interesting, basically if it's got colour like this one does, a bit of flashy shine, you'll see what I mean by that when I'll zoom in and show you. You see how there's a few little sparkles that happen from time to time? That's what we're looking for in the rough that's just down here. There we go. Not necessarily saying there is going to be colour, because that's heavily picked through rough, but oh my giddy aunt, look at that. Okay. There's fine in colour and there's fine in colour. Gee. That is, I mean, I think that now if someone says, have you ever seen a black opal? You can say yes. Because wow. I'm just very carefully taking this oxidized layer off. I'm worried about this sand. Let's just have a look where the sand is going. That has a potential to, oh no, it's not. It's there. Look at that. Oh, brilliant. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's have a look in here. Have a look in here. So far, so good. Just got to be a bit cautious because, you know, don't want to put myself under any pressure, but, you know, black opals are worth thousands. Especially something like this. This is going to be right up. This is going to be right up in the colour category. This is going to be the best. And look at the black. Look at the black. The black is black as black. Oh my giddy aunt, look at that. Okay, very carefully, Phil, because there is a lot to lose now. I want you to cut just ever so, yeah, we'll angle it back like that. Just like that, yes, like that. Well done, Phil. Let's have a look at what it looks like on the side now. So, can I get lucky on that side? I don't think so, because I haven't quite gotten away with it here yet. Let's just try and get rid of that sand section. Okay, what I'm going to do is just carve this section down, like so. We'll just pretend that that bit doesn't exist for the time being, and we'll just get going into that. Where's the next bit of interesting? Opal to the face. This is good in here. Okay, I'm going to cut straight through here. You probably can't see what I'm doing. It's alright, I'm not doing anything permanent. Okay, so I've cut it in half here because I kind of made the assessment that there is a bit of an issue here, and this is probably the bit that I'm going for. Now, if I just gently carve this back like so, then it will fly out of my hands and into the bowels of the machine, and I'll never see it again. Very good, Phil. Let's see if I spot it. Where did it go? I have to move the machine somewhere. Just for a second, I'm going to move this opal away, and then I'm going to move the machine around. Fortunately, I've got a machine that does this rather than, you know, dropping it and going out into the ether and never being seen again. But sometimes this happens. It's a bit annoying, but, you know, whatever. If I can't find it, I'll just I'll make a gem out of one of the other pieces, because I can see that that one's almost ready to go, so that's all right. Yeah, you go out, you go out, you go, you go. Now, where did you go? Looking around. Not there, not there, not there. It's not that piece, is it? Nope. The drama and the suspense. Where did the stone go? That's not it. That's not it. Not until you lose one that you realise, man, it needs a clean. I think I see it. I think I see it. Don't electrocute yourself while scrapping an opal. Alright, found it. Okay. Oh, looks like we're making some reconnections here. Sorry about the slight delay. Okay, well, if we're going to ask, is it on a black backing? Yes, it is, because look at how much black backing we've got. But this is the bit that I'm interested in. Look at that. All right. That piece there is, oh, is that not, oh, that'd be so funny if it was like this. Let me just quickly carve off the back. It was almost a double-sided opal. Look at that. Almost. Let's just see if I can tidy it up. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll try. No, it's just a little bit too hard to do. Let me just have a quick look. Still going to try. May as well. Just going to angle it a bit to see if faceting helps. Bit. Look. So, I mean, if I didn't have it, if it didn't have the opal to end all opals on the other side, I would continue with that exercise. Tiny and cute and absolutely brilliant. It's going to be quite a good stone despite the fact that it's so small. It's quite amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very gently carve the more sand off it, as if right. There we go, that's that done. Now, I think I'm going to just carve all of that opal away here. But I've got an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually keep a little bit of that long piece of potch just hanging over the, to make it into its own tiny little dropstick. Just have a little notch there so that it just gives some more stability. Or maybe that's just a bad idea. Yeah, I think it's too small to do any kind of rubbish like that. So let's just get the opal salvaged, and we'll, because it's a good stone. You can't just mess around with this guy. I'm just going to go for value. All right. So how does it face? It faces like so. So if it faces like so, we bring it in like this. Go. It's not the actual manoeuvring it to the wheel that's the problem. It's finding a way to hold it. I think the key to cutting small stones is just holding the small stone. Once you've got the grip, it's fine. If it's wrong, like this thing might fly out of my hands any moment for a start. Also, you can't manoeuvre it and get the right cut unless you're holding it the right way. There we go. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to literally have to put on my magnifying glasses to do any more of that. It's just so small. But it is beautiful. That is just, like, in anyone's language, it's just winking at you. So beautiful. What a stone. So, I'm going to call that a success, putting that into my jar. Tink. So, should I have a look at the material that it came from, this stuff? Let's see if we can get another one. Should I have a look at this material, which is kind of like sister material? No, I'll do another slam dunk. Well, hopefully a slam dunk anyway. This stuff has already got colour on it, so I'll just clean it up. There's a bit of a crack just here. Or is it a crack? Let's just... Ordinarily I actually cut it off, but I'm trying to preserve the stone. Alright, see what we got. Okay, so it faces from this side, so we have to carve in from this angle. This is why you get a live, because like, think about it, you don't want to just have an ordinary boring stone. You want to have something which has got a bit of challenge to it. This most certainly does. I'm going to have to grind in again. This is the second time I'm grinding a stone rather than slicing it, which is very unusual for me. The other thing is, I actually like the angles of the facet. If you have a look here, it's got a bit of an angle to it. I'm a rock collector too. Yeah, not just sell it so a jeweler could make it into it. I've been collecting and accumulating metals from computer parts and whatnot. This is a combination of a little bit of copper, a lot of silver and a little bit of gold. I'm hoping to make a ring with that. So let me have a look. If you're into rocks, like we did this yesterday, but I've got some fossils here as well. I'm trying to figure out what I did with the big one, but we'll worry about that later. What I'm doing now is I'm carving some facets into it, and I'm straightening out the back so that's pretty much uniform the whole way through. There we go. Carve another. So this time around, it's like a cushion cut, except it's not exactly a cushion cut. Because cushion cuts are a bit softer. This is going to be quite hard. It's going to be faceted, I think. So that's my current plan. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be faceted. That's too faceted there. Not enough. There. Good. And now I'll just facet the corners too, to give it a real out of this world kind of appearance. I'll finish the facet. I've got a dop stick, and as a matter of fact, I'm considering, let's have a look at the back and the front. What have we got here? Right, so that goes like that. Okay, I'll check out its geometry later, but nice little gem there. Yeah. So yeah, and I will sell the opals probably, but like I enjoy cutting them. Just to give you an idea, these are all the gems that I've cut over the last month or so. I'm lagging? Right. Okay, so how's that? Yeah. They need to be polished, but like I'm well behind in the polishing of them. So I just enjoy cutting the stones. That one looks familiar. That's a nice one there too. That one was cut in another live stream. I'm quite happy with that blue one, to be honest. Very happy with the blue one. I think in that cascading opal thing that I did, I've accidentally lost the thing I was going to cut. That's alright. Maybe I put it up there. No, I didn't. Well done, Phil. It's alright, we'll cut the big bit. We're going to do a few exploratories. What's this? Oh, that's the shell. We'll pop that over there. Right. Just move this over. Get these all out. Nice little doublet there. Right. Oh, come on. Gee. There we go. Okay, so the water is there so that I don't die a horrible asphyxiating death. Silica can get into your lungs. So you've always got to keep cutting underwater or do something. And it's not going to kill you instantly, but it's not a nice way to go if it gets you. So, yeah. So most people either wear breathing masks or do something just to get make sure they don't get got by the dust. There's another nice little blue one. You'll see that they're still quite valuable, but they're also more common because you can, cut them out of relatively small sections of rough. Still love them. I am reasonably confident that, yeah, there it is. Is it? I think it's that piece. Could be. There's a few pieces of rough in here. That's not good. And a leaf. That's not... Nah, oh well. Welcome to Australia. Yeah. I don't think that's the same thing. Well, just keep going. I don't mind. Onwards and upwards, as they say. Well, some waywards. Okay, so that's the one I've just finished. Into the thing it goes. Have a look at this one, which I don't think is the same as the one that we just cut. No, it's not. Alright, we're going to move on to this one. No trouble. This is the one. This is another one that I'm going to be interested in. Excellent. Right. Far out. It's always a game of push or no push. I'm just turning the water down a little bit because there's, not dying a hideous death, and then there's getting inundated with so much water that you can't cope. Right. That's a fossil opal, by the way, piece of bone. Okay, here we go. A lot of this opal is fossil. So I can see, it's like romper room. I can see Judy and Lucy and... No, okay, so I can see some colour that's just coming through here. Let me just give it a bit of a zing. Let's see. I'll move this light forward as well, because it's going to happen or it's not. It's going to happen quick. I'm going to get rid of this sand in here, so I might have to just... Yeah, I have to do this. Not happy, Jan. That might make a ringstone on its own if there's material in it. There's some more of that other one. Alright, so let's have a look at you. Just having a look at this piece, seeing what it's giving us. And just refilling the thing because I'm getting wet at the feet. Sorry to do this, but like this bucket of water at the bottom of my collector is overflowing. Normally I'm out of water, but I was super vigilant this time around. case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'll quickly show you. So the water here is actually fed from these containers up here, right? And it goes down into this tray here, and then it drips into this bucket down here. And then I get this container. Then I get this container, and I fill it up with that water, like so, and then I refill the container with that water. Okay, so I do that regularly. If you're wondering why the action stops for a little while and stuff happens. Yes, I built it myself. Have I ever cut jasper? No, it's like agate, isn't it? This thing keeps doing that. Oops. Sorry, the water, when I filled it up, the water pressure increased, and that meant that it dripped faster. Let's have a look at this piece. Right. What do they call those machines that keep going? Are they Von something machine? I feel like I make them all the time. Okay, so let's have a look at this tiny little piece. If you thought the other bit was small, look at that. Tiny, 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 but I know there's actually a little bit of precious opal in there somewhere. I can't see it. I think it's here. I saw it winking at me before. Let's zoom right in and see what we can find. Look at how tiny it is. It's not going to wink at us. Oh well. That's alright. I'll put it on the ground there, and you can... If things are getting boring, we'll just gaze upon that for a while. Yeah, well, it's a little opal. Right. Let's go. It just got cleaved off this bit. That was just the bit that I was cutting before. Just here. Of this section. I'm trying to get a clean piece of opal off of it. So I'll just go into here, just try and get rid of that material there, see what's going on in here. Pieces of promise they are, pieces of promise. And what I'll do is, before I cut straight through this, I'll just take the top off it, just in case something really magical happens underneath. I don't think it will, but you don't want to live a life of regret. Something is happening here, which is good. Yeah, you can see a little bit of colours just showing up here, so it's worth investigating, even if it comes to naught. What I'm doing is I'm just getting rid of all the sand. If I find some sand and it's easily accessible, I'll just carve into it. Rube Goldberg machine, that's what they call them, Rube Goldberg. Okay, I think that the only way is just cutting through those three little sand knobs there. So I'll just go yoik, yoik, yoik. Hold on tight. Quite Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts. Cut through there, cut in there. What's it looking like? What's it looking like? Piece came off. Warning! A warning! A warning! What was it? Was it that bit? Wasn't that bit? I don't think anyway. I think it didn't just come off, it disintegrated. That's the one we saw before. Yeah, that's the piece that came off. So I think, believe it or not, this is even smaller than that other little pebble. Did I do it? Did I actually get some colour out of it? Look at that. Tiny. Oh well. Alright, let's keep going, because if you have a look at this piece, there is a lot to like about this. So I'll just keep going into it, keep carefully mining it, because I haven't done anything catastrophic to it yet. Okay, here we go. In answer to your question, yes, I do sell them occasionally. What I'll do is, if I open up a Gumtree or something, I'll mention it on my channel. So subscribe and notify. I mean, that's so sneaky. I don't mean it that way, but I realise it's probably a good idea. Yeah, so if you put on notifications and I put out a message saying, oh, it's up on Gumtree, you can go and have a look. Yeah. Oh, hello, Jay. I was wondering why things were getting good. Oh, thank you. I'm a man of simple tastes. You'll get a lot of cockatoo related content as well, and the occasional destroying a computer. Just so that you know. Because I don't believe in just, being a single interest. Okay, so that's that one. Not much, but let's onwards and upwards. This piece is absolutely shot through with sand, but it's still got so much potential. That cut through it like butter, which means not good, and it actually went into the green section, which I didn't want to go into. Let's see if we can avoid that. There we go. We'll just have a look at this piece and see what it's doing. It's mostly sand. It might go straight to powder. Well, this is good for my technique, learning how to, cut small stones. I'm kind of hopeful a big stone will come out of this. Powder. Right. Moving on to the next bit. Onwards and upwards. Howdy-ho, and all that. Jolly good show, old chap. Yeah, it's a piece of rock here. Yeah, let's just cut a hole with it. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Tally-ho! Okay, this is getting more exciting. If you have a look at this piece here, you can see that there's... Oh, it's not playing, is it? Let's just move this light around, see if we can get some happening. Come on. Yep. Show the people your pretty colours. Come on, you should know better than this. Listen, if you don't perform, I'm going to make you a doorstop in my child's room. Did that work? Stubborn little rock. Okay, so let's just have a look at this piece then. I'm not deliberately doing the curiosity approach here, but I'm just trying to skirt around the potential precious opal parts because, well, you can only hack into them once, put it that way. Jack Sparrow. I'm too sober. Jack Sparrow pirate. Would you believe, if the rumours are true, I've actually given an opal to Johnny Depp. One of my friends has a daughter who does movie things, like, you know, behind the scenes movie stuff to the stars, and one of the clients is Johnny Depp, and he went over to the States with one of my opals and gave it as a gift, allegedly. So that's not doing much. Listen, that story is only for bragging rights. You know, you say, oh, I know a guy who knows Johnny Depp, because I'm not sure how true that is. I don't know how far the opal got to the Johnny Depp collection. But, you know, it's you know, true in as much as I'm telling it as a story. I'll tell you if any of my opals appears as a prop in one of his shows. Movies. Yeah. He's got my black pearl. Okay, believe it or not, having taken all of the stuff away from it, this knobby was actually a witch's hat knobby. It looked like a piece of scene, but it's actually a witch's hat knobby. For those people who are playing at home, I can just recognise the shape. Okay, what do we get? Oh, okay. We got issues. We've got opal on this side, and it's paper thin. Life is getting interesting. I'm going to carve this bit away. I'm going to carve this bit away. Not too far. Getting at an angle. Will that help? Angle, please. That angle seems to be working. I can only think of that that nautical guy from The Simpsons. Yar, I've got me a hook and stuff. So I just haven't heard Johnny Depp in a while. Seeing where, you know, like this close and all. Actually, I was telling the guy, and I think it's a good piece of philosophy for everybody, that it was all well and good that the opal was going to a nice celebrity and stuff, but it doesn't stop me from taking the same amount of care on the stone as I would for anybody else. Because, you know, Johnny Depp's great and all, but he still puts his leotard on one leg at a time. His bandana on one head at a time. I don't know. Have faith, Jay. Have faith. I think what you'll find is it's something that you'd find in my garden for sure, because I keep losing them in the garden. Here we go. That piece of sand there will tell us what the dealio is. Okay, so there's... I'll zoom right in on it and show you. The reason why I'm persevering is that I can see something you can't. And I'll see if I can... I've done that, found some nice opals in a thrift store. Okay, so you can see that there's colour everywhere you want to look, but it's very, very hard to get through colour. Actually, not that good with the, it's not that great with the light, I don't think. Let me just see if I can get the light to work for you. There's a little bit more colour for you. There's some green in that as well. So it's not like I'm just sitting there hoping for the best with a garden pebble. Yeah, it's black opal. Yeah, a lot of arrowhead shapes happen too. Let me see. What I might do is I might just cut all the way through this arrow. I can zoom in a bit. Famous last words, there we go. Right. I'll cut this bit off. Right at the sand. Whoa, careful. I'll go a bit south of the sand. The opal told me to be careful, so I will. Okay. Well, if there's precious behind that, I'll be thankful, Mr. Opal. So, keeping an eye on where everything is. This is going to be touch and go. If it cleans up, it'll be great. If it doesn't, it's going to look similar to this. It is time for the music of suspense because, as you say, the Opal, it will reveal itself in a minute. The Opal, the color has gone away, no? Hang on, the color is still there, but it is, are you saying the English, the touch and go? So we still got some color, but it's not as good. I think this is where the real skill lies, not in the big stones. They're easy to cut. But when you see a piece of material and you think there's colour in it, but there's all sorts of rubbish all around it, being able to cut around the rubbish and get to the opal, that's skill. I'm not necessarily saying I've got some skill. I've seen some pretty good people do some pretty amazing things from time to time. Roy from Roy's Rocks, for example. Okay, so I have to make a cut here, and it is a very tenuous cut. Voila, we have color, not a lot of color, but we have some. That was an awful lot of hoo-ha for not a lot of opals. It'll polish up. It's just not that amazing opal we were all hoping for. Sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. Will Riker said that. And he knows a thing about bears. Let's have a look on here. I'm just looking at all the cutting room floor material, see if there's something we missed. Because we're talking about such minute quantities, only need a little crystal and it's all fun. Alright, doesn't look like much has happened yet. Okay. I feel like taking pity on Gilly and giving him a black opal to play with. Let me see. That one's already cut, so no. This one. What's this one? Let's just go through this bit because, oh, there's a bit here too. These are both casts off from the thing we just did. If this cuts into a gem, it'll be bigger than the one I just cut. Yeah, it's alright. Nothing to write home about. Not too bad. I'm just going to carve through the top bit. So I might be so sacrilegious. The thing about black opal is that you're more willing to persevere with it. It's alright. Oh, thank you. Merci beaucoup. Made a French lady laugh a lot when I went up to them and I Australianised the French accent. You can do that. I went, merci beaucoup. Well, that's not thank you very much anymore. It's kind of a compliment, I suppose. Here we go. Ah yes, the little stones, they are good, no? Here's a piece that flew off. Here's a piece that flew off. It'll turn into a crystal. So let's get it done. Get rid of the black. This is technically a black opal because the crystal is, I don't know, black. Just work with me here. Let's get this off. Because that's got sand through it. There we go. Some people say it's the black base that makes the opal. In a way, yes, it does help to accentuate the opal. There is just something about black opal which is just different to the rest. You'll see what I mean in a second. So this is just clear. And it's nice and iridescent. Right, nice and iridescent. You can see that clipping. It's really good. Stick it on something black. Ay! Oh wow, I've actually cut myself. Stick it on something black and it suddenly becomes good. See that? Obsidian. Do you know how to nap? Not N-A-P, K-N-A-P I think it is. So I've got a chunk of obsidian. I wanted to have a crack at it, but like you may or may not know, there's not that many volcanoes in Australia. No, sorry about that. There we go. I'll leave that just down there. At the bottom of a volcano, I suppose. Oh, there's a nice little opal. I think that was one of the ones that I tipped out on the floor before. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm all but convinced that this is shell opal, but we'll just take the sand off. I'm suspicious about this sand. I've said that last time. I think there's something about this sand that makes the opals colourful. After I've done these, Gilly, I'll go hunt and see if I can find a nice black knobby. So I've got a few that are just sitting there. I'll happily just cut into them. We'll see what they produce. Perhaps I'll go into my good rough section, cut a nice stone, then go and cut up a chunk of unknown knobby opal. I think that sounds like a plan. Well, I like this. There's no colour. So the holy grail to me, so to speak, is to get some pink opal from Lightning Ridge that has got colour in it. Play of colour. I've seen one or two pink opals with play of colour. And when people were commenting about it online, they were saying, oh, that's not much chop. I'm like, nah. Yeah, precisely. Yeah. I think it is. Yeah. What did I say? I said, precisely. Except in a nightclub. I'll show you me unknown nobby. Lord Shrek isn't here. I must be channeling him. Sorry about that. Looks back at the channel, all the ladies have left. Yeah, they would, because you need I think you need basalt for it, don't you? For obsidian. Have I ever played with boulder opal? This is a section of Yawa nut. Let's zoom in on it. I would do this today, except that, man, it's messy. If you're not wearing the brown pants before, you're wearing them after. Gee, I'm so couth at this point in time, aren't I? Doing so well. Yeah, I'm saving it for a special occasion. I don't know what that special occasion is. In the meantime, cutting a stone with absolutely no colour. Giant, massive boulder behind me. And this! Look at this, everybody. It's so amazing. Okay. Where's that other one that I was going to amaze and astound with? It's this guy here. What I might do is I might truncate this because it's a bit embarrassing to have the boulder in the background. Straight through. Let's have a look. I'm going to dunk it and see. It's sort of what I want. I suspect that there are matrix opal fields in Kubaviti. So I've literally seen it. And so that means that if this has got a good play of colour in it, you might not even notice. If it's matrix, no, I'm not just... So what would happen is you identify your matrix opal, you would then basically soak it in sugar, chuck it in the oven, and then cut it. And I have been looking through my potch for exactly that. I will do that at some stage. So watch this space. Problem is, people don't seem to appreciate opals the same way I do sometimes. Other people, okay, well, this is annoying because we've kind of got something. Oh, that's sad. I've got a star sapphire in my collection somewhere. Cost a pretty penny. Now, just over near that piece of orange, there's actually some play of colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom out a bit and we're going to see what this gets us. My poor, poor Dremel. That's the sound of abuse. It's the sound of abuse. Hello, dark Opal, my old friend. Alright, like that, good. Cut like that. Here we go. Osman. Not a bad idea. The thing is that at the moment I'm just trying to work out how to get the silver. I want to do a lot of things. I've got a name for that piece at the moment. It's called Hammond Silver because I got it from a Hammond organ. Shout out to my uncle he got a PhD in playing the organ. I didn't know that was possible. But he said, oh, I wish you did that to all Hammond organs. So you're a fan then, are you? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat that in sugar and chuck it in the oven. See what happens to it. In the meantime, I'm not going to bore you with any more of that. So I'll get this crystal, I'll quickly get it nice and clean. So I think these particular opals have some interesting properties. I'll show them to you in a second. Come on. My machine wants to kill me. Here we go. Nearly there. And I think we might, for any play of colour, we might need some sunshine. Checks outside. No sunshine. Because it's night. Isn't it funny how you actually have to say that nowadays? Because you can talk to literally anyone around the world. Yeah, I've actually muffled it. I've muffled it substantially. At full volume, not so good. It's in a fish tank. Like the setup is basically a fish tank I found on the side of the road, a Dremel tool or a what do you call it, rotary tool that I bought for $7 at the local hardware store because they were discontinuing the stock. You can read Canon just here. Hang on. Just there you can read Canon because this is a part of a printer. There's a bolt at the back This is from a drip setup from a hospital. So most of the equipment was second hand. I've got it for free. The Dremel tool cost me $6 or $7. Can't remember exactly. Something like that. I don't think we need to. I think it was $6 actually. It's just coming out of the holder at the moment, so I'm going to go the opposite direction. So, brief pause whilst he readjusts his accoutrements. So what that means is that there's probably a little bit of opal that's managed to get inside the collet there. I will fix that, you know, when there's no live stream happening, basically. But what it means is I'd have to tighten this up a little bit insanely. And it doesn't matter too much. If worst comes to worst, I have another assembly sitting here, so I can literally replace the whole lot. So, for those people who know anything about machinery, yes, I'm over-tightening it. Right, let me have a look here. Around here. What have we got here? Over here. Just checking here. Sorry about that. There's some more boulder. That's a little bit more rough and ready. So let's have a look here, just making sure. I'm sure I have some more sitting around. This is basically to indulge our good friend Gilly. Yeah, oh, I'll just do one of these. Let me see. I've got black opal though. I've got lots of Cooper Petey because I've got some Cooper Petey. Got that one and that one. I'm going as dark as I can, mate. Okay, so I spotted these in no light whatsoever, so we'll see what they are. And I just grabbed this in the generalised hope that it was... Okay, this is not dark opal. That's Cooper Petey. This one's Lightning Ridge. One thing though is when you start, you know, getting into this kind of thing, you really do just understand it. That's Lightning Ridge. That's Lightning Ridge. That one, I don't think it's Lightning Ridge. I think it's Cooper Petey. That one might be Lightning Ridge. So, I don't know how you recognise it. You just do. So I'll do this one first because that one's kind of dodge and also kind of interesting. So let's have a look at it. We'll cut the end off it. Have the knob off the knobby. Right. Yeah, probably a good thing for a fish tank. If you are going to actually keep fish, believe it or not, a garbage bin. I studied land and water science in case you're wondering. So, you know, keeping a fish in its natural environment probably requires less glass and more darkness, really. And I practice what I preach. I cut opals in a fish tank, and I've got another fish tank which is made from the garbage bin behind me. And that is there specifically to control mosquitoes. They do their own thing, I never feed them. They're basically, for all intents and purposes, wild. I mean, they're guppies, so it's not exactly like the... you don't hear them roar at night.
Okay, yeah. One of my problems is I do amuse myself, but like I'm just thinking, if guppies roar, what would they sound like? But is that a turkey or a guppy? We'll never know. I've been eaten. Yeah, I've seen that. Maybe this one. Yeah, okay, I'll cut through the middle. Like, we'll zoom in and we'll show you what's going on with this guy. It's crystal opal again. There's a lot of defects that's going through that side of things. Just this white band, basically. But there's a bit of black sitting underneath it. So if I cut through that white band, I might be able to get black opal on either side. Or alternately, that white chunk there is going to ruin that bit. But I reckon that this bit might be salvageable. We'll see. It might just turn into powder the moment I do anything. Here's hoping. So there, that's as far as I'm going with that one, but nice and clean. Well done. That'll make a nice doublet somewhere. And I'm having a look at this guy. I think we can do something with it. So good on me. I also think that I've thoroughly saturated my sleeves. So as a little bit of trivia slash, oh, this is the jumper I was wearing when my daughter was born. Both of them, actually. Ah, 4 a.m. So you are from the United States. All right. Well, thank you very much for telling me all of your stuff about napping and whatever else is going on. It was an absolute delight. But you have your own life to live and possibly some sleep to get. So, good night. And thank you. Personally, I think it was me. I did too many knobby jokes, probably. See you. Okay. I think my brother is watching this stream. That's a surprise. Just got a text, said don't cross the streams. And I guarantee you he's not a Ghostbusters fan. There, so I've gotten that all sorted out. That's all lovely and timey-wimey. What I'll do for you, Gilly, I've got another piece of black opal that I wanted to get the sand off just to reveal it, see what was going on. So bear with me. I'm bringing out my definitely not 40 years of age magnifying glasses. Here's what I've got. We've got this. This here's from Lightning Ridge. So this one I don't think will get as far, but it might. We'll see. It doesn't look like there's much to do with it. This one is Cooper and I've selected it, so I'm pretty certain there's colour in it somewhere. Don't know what I had in mind with this one, but we'll find out. But this is the one I was talking about. So all I wanted to do is just, yeah, I'm going to, oh, I missed you, J is for Genius. I hope I got the chance to say goodnight before you had to explode or whatever. Oh well. So what I'll do, so I'll just do this one for you, Gilly. And seeing everyone is, you know, hopping off the stream, I'll go inside because my jumper's getting pretty wet. We'll see how the birds are going, of course. And I have work tomorrow as well, so, you know. Always. Oi. Nice and black. But at the very least, we have a nice chunk of potch here. Absolutely. Look at that. Right, let's have a look at the other side. Well, it's black potch, and that's nice. Right, that one's not much chop. Having a look at these guys. I don't think they're anything to write home about. Let's do this one and then I'm... Which one? This one or this one? Have a look at the back of this one. I think I know what this one is. This is actually a good one. If there's anyone else hanging around for it. This is a black opal, which is not going to look like a black opal. Knobby material from Lightning Ridge. with this kind of milky white stuff on top. I've seen it around, but not very often. I managed to make it into a picture stone a little while ago. Quite an interesting little thing. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Here we go, here we go. Whoa! Okay, well this is an opal with a pop top. Okay. Alright, yep, cool. But won't that fun? Yeah, there's another floor in here. Yeah, there it goes. Interesting, interesting. And there's another one too. I'm just going to hit it again because it's going to fly another piece off. Just for funsies. When will it go? Place your bets. Or not at all. Make a liar out of me. There you go. Haha. Alright. So, let me just... Okay, this has got an awful lot of, well, weirdness to it. I don't think we're going to get much out of it other than, like, flying debris. Let's have a crack. Literally, let's get a crack, because it's going to happen. Yeah, that purple is indicative of lots and lots of cracks. Didn't even see that. Wow. Snap, crackle, pop. Look at you. Don't even know why I'm bothering, because like this is just going to fly apart. But I'm certainly not going to get through all the cracks. But you know, that potch at the bottom might have something. Alright, the potch at the bottom is worth having a look at. So we'll keep going through this. There we go. What has that produced for us? Something. Like, this is... Okay, I'm trying to. This is weird. This is really weird. It's a picture stone. There's a bit of colour in it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go out just a little bit so that we can see what's going on as we go. There's some green. My word. What an unusual opal. I might have to take this to Pete Sherman in the city, because if it turns out any good. Okay, so we've got some pink. We've got some pink in there. I don't know what you can see, but I'm going to bring it right up so that we can do something. And I'll bring the bring this light down, so maybe that'll give us a bit of a heads up. Let's see, what have we got here? Yeah, so there's a little bit of blue colour. There's a bit of blue and green flash right in the centre. And there's some pink potch just sitting around. It might come to naught, but we'll just keep going with this and see what it produces. You know, one of the interesting stones that you get from time to time. And that's why it broke, because it overheated. The water wasn't on it anymore. Okay, let's see what it looks like now. I think we're going to have to just palm that off as garden variety rubbish. It was looking good for a little while. Just give it one more go and see what happens. And I'll cut it into a cab, why not? Because you never know what happens when the sun comes out, and it might be matrix. If it's matrix, what I'll do with this one is I will throw it into the oven with some sugar and see if it turns into something nice that way. You never know. Hope lives eternal, as they say. Da! Right. As I was saying, this opal is great. This one will never let you down. Did you like that magic trick? In case you didn't cotton on, that's a new opal. I am a little bit disgusted, yeah. There's a lot of mud in that one. It's interesting because it's not the usual lightning ridge material here either. I think this is evidence that it's a wood opal. This is going to be a carvey. Plunging and rising and all the things. I think there's too much sand in it to actually make it into a carve. I'm going to have to turn it into a more bog standard cab. It's just got too little material to keep going with that. Okay, so not too bad, but not too good. So right. So what I'll do is I'll put that onto a dot and get rid of the last of it. So I've got a lot of doublet material. Got one nice stone, didn't we? Yeah. Bit of doublet material, a few other things. Not too bad. But I do feel the need to end it on a high. I really do. So what I'll do is I'll have a look around, see what I can find. Other than a cheesy accent, of course. Let me see. Let me see. Alright, have a look here. We got the colours. Let me see if I can show you the colours. It might just be cracking, but, you know. Whatever it is. What's that? Maybe this one. Okay, maybe this one. Look at this one. Oh yeah. Let's do that one. Interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along that crack line because I am not going to waste any more opal, not tonight. I love how weird opals are in 3 dimensions sometimes, because like that was a weird cut. At any rate, so we've got a nice little piece here. I'm just having a look on the side. Have we got any? Oh wow. So let's just see what happens when we face this bad boy up. What side should we face it up from? I don't know. Lucky we have this tiny practice piece. Look at that little chunk of green. It's going to go, that's nice. This is some of that matrix material I've been talking about. Yay! Don't you worry. Here we go. I have to get rid of that material, it's just too unstable. You can see that there's still cracking in there. That's probably contributing to some of the red colour, which is a bit annoying. Because until you see that, you're going, oh, this is a nice opal. Then you go, all of the red is due to the crack. Hoo. At least we know. Right, so let's have a look at this side. What does it look like on this side? Looks kind of nice. Oh, thank you, nobody. Who's been helping you out with your live streams? Oh, nobody in particular. Nice little opal there. Good. That's not even the one we're doing. That's got cracks all through it. Trying to find the one that we just were cutting. Where's it gone? There it is. Okay, so here's the dilemma we're dealing with. We've got just a shock of awful just in there. So what I'll do is I'll cut straight vertically until we run out of bad. Didn't take too long. Right. That name is definitely a lot of plausible deniability, isn't it? Because, like, you know, who are you texting in the middle of the night? Oh, nobody. Gotta get rid of that. Gotta get rid of that. No, nothing else for it. But what are you left with? Okay. Interesting. Okay, we've got... I think it's the cracks that are causing that to happen though, so I don't know if I can rely on that that flashy material. It's just in there that you can't see. What will I do? I will attempt to eviscerate the remaining crackiness. So I'm going to try and go from top down. It might be a silly idea, but like this opal has got a lot of issues, so I may as well go for gold with it. Having seen that, I'm glad that I was able to get so much out of the other little stone, because I might not get that much out of this one. We got there. Good. That's actually really good. But what to do with it is another story, because, well, it's a weird shape. I think I want to keep it that shape. I don't know for sure. Maybe it will tell us what to do. Good on you, Opal. Nice Opal, telling me what to do. It's just going, okay, if you cut here, you'll get more shine out of me. Good on you. I'll just nap that bit off for you. Okay, good on you. Thank you. Ah! Not so good. Well, that takes the decision out of my hands. It's going, should I cut it or not? Bam. Okay, better cut then. I'll cut that end off. There we go. Really small, which is a bit disappointing, so I'll go for another one and then we're going to finish, I promise. There we go. Nice little, tiny little stone, but it's, you know, nice. Can't see squat on it, but, you know, nice. See if it works. Oh, come on. You'll just have to believe me, it's good. You can see a little bit of it. Anyway. A little bit more. Done. Alright. That's nice. So that will go into the jar. Where's the other bit? No, you know what I'm going to do? There's an equally dodgy piece here, and we're going to just have a fossick through it. I'm going to quickly look through and see what I can find that's good. Because I don't want to end up with... I want to end on a high. I'm going to go through my material and find something we can end on a high with. What about you? Don't trust you. Let's try... Well, you're a bit of a sand pump. No, we'll do this one. This one, it's a bit dodgy, but we might get away with it. Just another piece of crystal from Lightning Ridge. I'm going to be cheeky and try and get rid of the inclusions that are here. Don't be cracked all the way through. That's all I ask of you, Mr. Opal. Here we go, here we go, here we go. This Opal's starting to show. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Got no more stones to throw. Here we go. So how's it going? It's looking pretty dismal-ish. There we go. Oh, far out. More cavities. More than my last dental appointment. Man. Oh, man. They don't go the whole way through. But it does. Doesn't matter, I'm ignoring that. For the time being, I'm going to put that on the dot stick. And I'm going to say, yep, success. Don't ask questions. Yay. Done. Woo. Seeing that happen, I'm just going to go for gold. Let's go. That piece is already coming off, so I would just nap it. Straight to the eye. Thank you. I'm just going to carve it down. Don't use any point in trying. Keep that piece of material because it's just falling apart as you go. Having said that, I've just worked nice and gentle, nice and gentle. Nice and gentle, nice and gentle. Come on, you can do it. That's it. Zone call. Right. Okay, so there is a crack here. I'm just having a look at that. From that angle there, we can go yoke. Shame, because a lot of the colour was based on false pretenses, basically. Cracks. And you see stuff like that happening, you're going, it's not just spheres that are making this this opal colourful, it's another process entirely. I'm convinced of it. You just come through here. Right, and then we'll slice through here. Partially to satisfy my curiosity as to what's going on with this opal, and partially just to get myself a nice crystal opal at some point in the stream. Nice crystal that's bigger than, I don't know, 5 mil. Alright, let's have a look. I'm going to cut you from here, right down the middle. Anger, fear, aggression, the dark side of it. Oh, here we go. Okay, not great, but not awful. Okay, here's the last one. This has got colour in it at least. It's got a high dome, which is deceptively high in carat count. So, nice. And after all the struggles and pain that I went through, this is relatively easy to cut. What's the hook? What's going to happen? What's the sting in the tail? I should have known the cat had claws. I should have known the bitch would bite. I should have known this opal would crack. At the end of the day, you're a bit of a shiny. That's what you get with an opal black. Woo! There we go. Alright, so, whoop, there we go. That's not great, but not shonky. Not double shonk anyway. Alright. Those last couple of things were harrowing. That happens sometimes. Got one that's docked up. It might come off the dock, but I'll just very quickly spin it. Okay, so there we go. That's how you make them into a little gem, of course. I'll just quickly give this a little bit of extra love. Yoink. Yoink. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that onto the sandpaper, which is a little bit less harsh. Huh. Isn't that interesting? Little chunk of the opal flew off. I'll show you that to you again. You see that? Just sitting there on top of the boulder. That's very interesting. Let's have a look at this just quickly. It's a good piece of doubleting material, I suppose. It's just oxidized on one side. Okay, I'm just going to quickly give it a little bit of love. Done anything to ruin it? No, not yet. Good. What I'll do is I'll dot that up. I'll dot that up and I'll cut that more. Oh, hello, Gilly. I'm about to stop it now. I did that. I did an exploration of a few lightning ridge stones. I cut through some black opal, found nothing. Destroyed another opal. Oh, fine, I'll do one more. Let me have a look. Not that one, not that one. This is a Wellow opal. I really don't do Wellows very often. It's got a crack in it already. I'm not going to do that one. I don't want to cry. Let me see. What's this one? Let's see if this gives us any joy. This is very weird, buttery material to cut. Don't know what I'm dealing with really. But I'm feeling like the traditional opal is something that I'm going to get rid of here. Bit weird. But that's okay. Oh! Apparently all of the opal is what I'm getting rid of. Okay, so let me see. Well, the ordinary opal might just fall off, so we'll see. But I'll just give it a bit of a... I'll shape it into a cab, and we'll see if that actually does anything. A bit weird. So there we go, nice little, oh hang on, let's do it right. How have we got it? Okay, so if I just, Cover that from there. Okay. Don't worry too much. The only reason I selected this one was out of novelty value. I'm sure when the sun comes up, it'll look amazing. But I think I'll finish on that note because, oh man, been tough. There we go. Yoink. Telling off. Right. Really smash through those opals. There you go. Off you get. And there we go. Now, are you guys on? Yes, you are. Yeah, in rather boring news, but news nonetheless. I replaced the sandpaper on those guys. That was for our for that other opal. And this is something that you might find interesting. Let's see if I can give it a wet. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Just pop this on here. See if we can spot it. There you go. I'll zoom in. That's lightning ridge material for sure. That's iron band. So it came to me in a package marked colourless knobby rough, and what I think this guy is well, it's iron band. It's from the top of the profile, and it's impossibly hard to cut. Hey guys, did you miss me? I'll just turn the light on so that the lag stops doing the lag thing. There we go. All right, about to sign off, but we'll say hello to Pony. Hello, Pony. Loki, my good bird. I know Max has done nasty things to Cage. All right, that's getting stuck good. There we go. And up we go. Good. Up we go. Hello. Just poked you in the eye. You don't care. Oops, sorry. I'm coming, Max. I'm coming, Max. I'm coming, Max. Here you go. I'll give Max a scratch. I'm not going to let him out because he's been out most of the day, tearing the place apart. I had to put... Now, Max, have you seen all the stuff I've done? I've put the place back together. Do you remember tasting the salt and going, that's not any good? Well, you ripped the salt container open. You literally ripped it open. You're giving me stink eye. What is deserving of the stink eye? I'll close and I'll get the scraper of comfort. I'll be back.
Yoink. Ooh. Yeah, comforting, isn't it? There we go. Let's use this. This just gets the pin feathers a little bit more effectively than me and my ham-fisted hands. It's just a standard file that you would probably bake into a cake to get a friend of yours out of prison. What are we going to call it? We'll call it a cake file. From now on, it's a cake file or a Sipsy Dizzy file. Right, 2:27. Is that how long we've been going for? Gee. All right, I'm going to end the stream very soon. There you go. Don't get all upset, Max. Had a great time cutting opals. Didn't realise I'd cut them for that long. I'll turn you around. Yeah, he loves a scratch. What I was going to say is I had a great time with that opal cutting. Got a lot of opal done. And I've also managed to finish off the opal that I did yesterday. Well, not quite. There are a few issues with it. I'll cut the other piece. If you had a good time here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello, Shana Petwell. Yeah. Both of these, yeah. I'll just flip around again just so you can see. This is Loki. Both of these birds are, well, they're rescues essentially. This one had really bad feathers and there was a suspicion of beak and feather disease. Was not compatible with the wild. Eventually got her tested. She doesn't have beak and feather disease. She just has terrible, terrible feathers. So they were snapping and she couldn't fly and stuff like that. Max, I got him from a guy, and when I found him, he was in a terrible state. The guy didn't know how to look after birds. So when I got him, he was, you can see on my shots, you'll see don't clip a bird or something like that. He was clipped, and I'm pretty certain he's wild caught, which is a real no-no. But he was clipped, which meant that he couldn't fly. And it was pretty harrowing for him. We don't know what to do. At the moment, we think he's quite happy with us. But if he ever exhibits signs of wanting to go and is obviously wild, then I will release him because it's not fair. But he seems to be happy to try and... woo. Like I said, he's wild. Yeah, he'll want to, if he wants to go, but he seems to be happy just trying to make his mark with Loki, who's a girl, he's a boy. Her name is Loki. His name is Max. And when we got Loki tested for beak and feather disease, we also got her gender tested. So she has that W chromosome, whatever you call it. Because they're birds. I'm not going to do anything else. You liked the scratching tool, didn't you? You liked the cake file. There we go. All right. Now I'm really signing off. Okay, so guys, if you enjoyed that stream, opals and birds is basically what I do. Yeah, come here. You've got a very holdable head. Yeah. See you around, my friend Gilly. I'll flip it around and say like and subscribe on the way out if you liked it. Other than that, try and stay safe over the next couple of days. We're going to start the week again here in Australia anyway. Dr. Phil out.